To effectively address our planet's greatest challenges, such as resource scarcity, climate change, and biodiversity loss, it is imperative that we transition to a circular economy. So, what are the actions that we need to take to accelerate the transition? My name is Patrick Maloney, and I'm Market Director for Strategic Sustainability Consulting at Ramboll. It's clear we have a gap, and that gap, I believe, fundamentally is a materials gap. 90% of material inputs into economy are actually virgin materials. This is the critical gap that needs to be closed. There are a whole range of action. I always start with definition, or lack of. The definition of circular economy is quite vague and quite abstract. I believe that each business, enterprise, and indeed product needs its own unique definition and own specific matrix in which they can thus track materials and thus close the gap. Collaboration is vitally important. If you take the built environment from investor through to developer, contractor, manufacturer, the demands of each, albeit with the same goal, differ. All parties need ultimately to collaborate to ensure success of the transition with respect to that entire value chain. Innovation is critical. We really need to rethink how we use materials or the choices that we make. Take consumer electronics or white goods. How do those enterprises increase the percentage of secondary raw materials in those products? We need to go from theory to real action and creating real and tangible results. How do we close the gap? There has to be a clear value proposition. The transition to a circular economy needs to be both economically and financially viable, and we need to be able to articulate the value proposition. It is inevitable that we will create the solutions. It is inevitable that we will make the change happen. And thus, I really think it is inevitable that we will close the materials gap. Let's close the gap on circularity.